What's up, guys? One of my goals for 2025 was to try some new device category that wasn't on our channel yet, like power station. Now I have one. I decided that 300, 600 and even 1000 watts would not be enough for my first power station, so I settled on the VTOMAN Jump 1500X, which has 1500 watts AC outlets and 828 watts-hour battery capacity. As you can see, it is equipped with 3 AC outlets as well as 4 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, 2 DC ports, and even extra battery and jump starter ports. By the way, I have the European version of the power station with the European outlets, but it is also available in the US market with US outlets. The other features and specs of the European and US versions are the same, so our video will be useful even if you are planning to buy this power station in the United States. As I said before, this is my first power station, so if there is anything I forgot to tell you about it, please write in the comments below. I'm always happy to chat with you. Let's start the review of the VTOMAN Jump 1500X power station. You know the box is really large and heavy, so I will unbox it on the floor instead of on the desk like I usually do. However, looking ahead, I will say that the power station itself is about half the size of the box. Here we see a large VTOMAN logo as well as super safe LifeBMS power station. I found out that LifeBMS is a battery management system by VTOMAN. As for the battery type of this power station, it is LifePO4. There is a specs list on the box. We will talk about all this in more detail a little later. Inside the box, first we have stickers. Very nice, but not the most important thing for a power station. Then there is a bag. It is more important than stickers, because it has AC charger and a charging cable, car charging cable, USB-C to USB-C cable, USB-A to USB-C cable, and a user manual. At the very bottom of the box is a power station. By the way, it is very well packed in foam, so I don't think it can be damaged during shipping. That's all you get with power station, but I opted for the standalone package. You can also choose a pack with an extra battery, 110 watts or 200 watts solar panel. The extra battery looks very attractive because it has a capacity of a 1548 watt-hour, which is almost twice as much as the power station battery. So I think you understand that this is not exactly a portable device, because it is pretty big and heavy. Its dimensions are 270 by 360 by 280 mm, and its weight is 14 kilograms. If you plan on moving the power station around very often, I would recommend buying a folding hand truck. It is only $45 on Amazon. Overall, the VTOMAN Jump 1500X looks like other power stations, but I like these yellow elements. You can't choose a station in a different color, because it is actually the brand color. We can see the yellow on the station, on the box, on the official website and in all pictures. The station has a very sturdy and comfortable handle on top. I can see bolts here, and it looks like the power station can be disassembled, but I don't want to do that now. However, this suggests that the station can be repaired if necessary. There is a specifications list on the back, as well as 12 watts LED flashlight and a button to turn it on, off and switch modes. There are 5 flashing modes available, such as weak light, medium light, strong light, strobe, and SOS. There are large cooling grills on the sides. This is very important for the power station. I have noticed that when the station puts out more than 1000 watts, the fan comes out. The manufacturer claims that the station features Always So Cool intelligent thermal module with 10 smart built-in safety protections. However, I would still recommend you to read the user manual on how to properly charge and use the power station to extend its lifespan. We will talk about this a little later. finally, the front panel has all the ports and connectors, as well as an LED screen. So here we have DC 12 volts 30 volts input and a DC 12 volts 10 ampere output. There are two USB-C ports with a maximum output power of 100 watts and 4 USB-A ports with 12 watts each. As I said before, the power station supports an extra battery that plugs into this port. You can also use the VTOMAN Jump 1500X power station to jumpstart your car's dead battery. However, you will need a jumper cable for this, which is not included. Finally, there are 3 AC outlets. Since I have the European version of the power station, they support 230 volts at 50 Hz with a continuous output of 1500 watts and a peak output of 3000 watts. If you buy this station in the United States, the outlets will have 110 volts at 60 Hz, but the same power output of 1500 watts continuous and 3000 watts peak. As for the display, it is really bright. You can see it very well outdoors. By the way, the display turns on when you press any power switch, such as AC, USB or DC. After that, we can see remaining battery capacity, available time and power consumption. I wouldn't say the screen is very informative, but what else do you need from it? Before we get to tests, let me say a few words about the battery. The VTOMAN Jump 1500X power station is equipped with LifeBMS battery. In general, there are 4 types of batteries for power station, but the LifeBMS is considered the best one for its high thermal stability, good energy density and efficiency, weight and high life cycle. The VTOMAN power station has more than 3100 battery cycles and about 55,000 hours of electronics life. The manufacturer promises more than 85% of power retains after 1 year of storage without charging. As for charging, you can use the included power supply and power cable. A full recharge of power station in this way takes about 4–5 hours. Using the car outlet, you can recharge the station in 5–6 hours. You can also use solar panels to recharge the power station, but the charging rate is highly dependent on weather conditions. Alright, let's move on to the tests. You know, I saw that the VTOMAN Jump 1500X power station has 3 usage scenarios: outdoor power for smartphones, drones, on-board fridges, electronic grills, etc., home backup power for lights, refrigerators, TVs, microwaves, etc., and professional power for electronic drills, hammers, etc. Since I am in winter and it's very cold, I don't plan on using the power station outside. By the way, I found on the official website that the Jump 1500X is not waterproof, so it is not recommended to expose it to rain or even snow, but we can test the power station for home backup. Let's start with a simple task: charging a smartphone. I plug my iPhone 12 into the USB Type-C port of the power station, and we see a power consumption of about 8 watts. What's interesting is that if you charge your smartphone through the outlet and power adapter, the power output is a bit higher, around 13 watts. If you connect 2 smartphones to the USB-C ports, the power will be 20 watts. There are also 4 USB-A ports here, so you can charge 6 phones or other devices at the same time. Well, charging smartphones is good, but you can use a power bank for that. The charging station is used to power more powerful devices. You know, I use 2 LED lights of 50 watts each in my studio to shoot videos, including this one. Let's try connecting them to the power station. Yes, it works. We can see 66 watts on the screen, but it depends on the brightness and color of the light. You know, that's very convenient, because I can take the light with me outdoors or places where there are no outlets. The next very important thing in my studio is my computer. It is actually a mini PC. I chose it because it is quiet and energy efficient. My mini PC and monitor consume only 35 watts. The power station promises 13 hours of battery life. That's very good. If you are subscribed to our channel, you know that we test a lot of projectors here. So I need to test one of the projectors with this power station. This is one of the brightest projectors we have had in a while, and it is also powered by the station. The output power is 134 watts, and the battery life is about 4.3 hours. However, you should note that my station has 85% of battery. That's really cool, because you can use a projector on a camping trip. Alright, let's move on. If you don't have a projector, you definitely have a TV. It can also be powered from the power station with no problem. The power consumption is about 100 watts. In my case, the TV will run for about 5.8 hours. Okay, it's all for fun, but sometimes you need a power station for emergencies. For example, to power a refrigerator during a blackout to avoid food spoilage. I have unplugged the refrigerator and let's plug it into the power station. Yeah, it is working fine. At startup, my refrigerator has a power consumption of 125 watts, but then it goes down to 70 watts. It can run for almost 7 hours from the power station. But as you know, the refrigerator doesn't work all the time, and it switches off from time to time, so it will last even longer. Now let's move on to the most powerful home appliances I have been able to find: microwave and kettle. Each of them is powered by power station. The microwave consumes 1200 watts. And the kettle 1500 watts. They can run for 0.5 and 0.4 hours, respectively. But would I plug them in at the same time? I remind you that the power station has 3000 watts peak power. As you can see, the power consumption on the screen jumped to 1999 watts. And then one of the appliances, microwave or kettle, shut down, but the other appliance continues to run. When it finishes working, the first appliance turns on automatically. So the VTOMAN Jump 1500X power station handles all the appliances in my house. Lastly, I want to check out pass-through charging. This is a very useful feature because you can charge the power station and power all devices connected to it at the same time. So the station is charging and the input power is about 180 watts. Now I have plugged in my LED lights. They work, but the charging power rate has dropped to 60 watts. This means that 120 watts are used to power the lights. Anyway, the power station supports pass-through charging. I am glad about that. Even though this is my first power station, it has fully met all my needs. I can power any device in my house, from smartphones and computers to microwave and kettle. It is also a very useful thing for camping, because you can connect a kettle, onboard fridge, electric grill, and even a projector to it. My station has a battery capacity of 828 Wh, and that's enough for me. But if you need more, you can buy an extra 1548 Wh battery, and you will have 23 76 Wh total. Now it is must-have device in my house in case of blackouts or for trips outdoors. Thank you for watching. See you soon!